Hello chess fans, we're back with another rapid chess video and we're against DR. I'm not going to try to say that name, but okay, so recently I just lost, I kind of got low on time in a few games, so I'm looking to not get too low on time, and okay, my rating dropped below 2500 unfortunately, but we're going to go for this c5 move, and this is always really interesting, I feel. After d5, I'm just going to take this, and now I'm going to put all my pawns on dark squares, and yeah, we're actually out of theory already. Here, I might have played this before on the channel, but yeah, this is very much a variation that I just kind of play because I think that I understand it better than most of my opponents. Okay, so they go for bishop e2. Now, the idea usually here is to go for queen e7, and surprisingly enough, king d8 in a lot of positions. Now here, maybe there's ideas of this, f5 in some positions. And I don't know if this is a particular position where I want to play f5. Like, I could also go for h6, g5 to try and attack on the king side. I think I'm going to try for h6. Knight d2, g5. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I want to go for this. It's really tough, actually, to decide. Or do I want him to castle first? Yeah, maybe I want him to castle. But yeah, usually black has a nice structure here. And it's a nice way of outplaying an opponent. Like, immediately I'm creating this imbalance. Okay, now they give me f6 for free, which, okay, now you have to go back. And now f5 makes probably even more sense. I even have options of going g5 to go attack here, but yeah, f5 seems decent here. I'm just calculating it one more time. Actually, no, because takes knight g5 is giving me problems now. I don't see what to do there. Because if I go for like knight here, then he can go bishop h5, and if I take, he goes queen h5. I guess I can go king f8. Doesn't look that solid. Yeah, he has queen h6 anyways, so king d8 even. h6 here looks very, very bad. So knight f8. I'm not sure. I don't really like my position, to be honest. King d8, king c7 maybe. Solid enough. Let's go king d8. The idea is to go king c7, and yeah, I wouldn't recommend playing like this, to be honest. But it's not like there's any way to explode the center for white, so I think that I have the only pawn break, so I can sort of wait for my time to be able to do this. And yeah, I also apologize. I'm a little bit sick, so I am going to be sniffling a little bit. Okay, so our idea is to go for that move, king c7, and we'll see what he does. Probably he castles here, so a4. Now, funnily enough, after king c7, a5 does nothing. I don't have to commit either of these pawns. There's no reason to do that, and after a5, there's no way to attack me. So I see that this is like a common mistake, honestly. Because, like, how do you get in? There's only way to get in is through a sack. Now, then again, he doesn't have to necessarily, like, commit to his king on the king side. Now, I think I'm going to go king g7 to allow my knight to develop to e7. Then I could think about g5 and stuff. I could even go g5 here, but I think I want to break with f5 at some point. So queen e7 is kind of risky, though. Could go h5 to go h4. But h5, I see him playing h4, so queen g7. The idea is that kind of this is solid. I have to always be thinking about any sacks. Knight e7. Yeah, let's go queen g7. Excuse me. The idea is to go here, and yeah, my bishop's kind of tied down, but there's no way to break me here. Oh, sorry. He does have one idea, actually. His idea is to go here, and after here, go queen here. Now, usually, I think that now after this move knight e7, there is no threats. So I think I should be good now. There shouldn't be any sort of threats. After a6 here, there's no queen here check anymore. And I mean, his best check is to go here. Now that takes a million moves, and I mean, I could even go here. Like, after a6, he really has no sort of attack. And I guess, okay, the queen does go there. So h6 to go f5, because I don't want to allow knight g5. So like h6 seems quite reasonable here. And next f5's coming. There is no threat here. Like, we just have to realize this is a fake attack. And maybe he goes king d2. Like, honestly, at this point, I think king d2 is kind of reasonable. Because it's like, I don't know what I do on king d2. I really want to keep this knight on d7 to defend the c5 pawn in case of any sacks. But yeah, I can't get everything I want, clearly. But yeah, I mean, here he might even consider g4. I would go h5, I think. Takes, rook takes, knight d4 might be interesting, but I can just take it. And after takes, I can take here. His bishop's hanging, his pawn's hanging here, so it would be a nice position for me. So yeah, it's a very difficult position. I'm gonna flip it to his side to see what it looks like. It's like, I don't know what you're supposed to do here. It's just so unpleasant. As yeah, he goes knight d2. Where's the knight going? I'm not really too sure. So I could go f5. Takes. He's probably gonna go f4, but then the g2 pawn hangs. So I think we have to use this time to be able to play f5, and now we do see there. So now, yeah, probably I just lock it up and just expand on the king side. Yeah. Get rid of all your dark squared bishop and then put all the pawns on dark squares, and we're just going to try to get him over here. Probably king here at this point. And the other thing is, I don't necessarily have to play on the king side, actually. I can also play on the queen side. So I could, for example, go for this move. Takes. And at this point, I can't go a takes anymore, unfortunately. So at some point, I think he might be threatening this. Like, it's his idea to go knight here and sack this. That would be like a really, 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 really weird thing to do, to be honest. Like, to do takes here. Now, is there any way I can sort of stop that idea? I could go knight g6. I could also just go king b8, so like there's no threat. I feel like that's what's going to happen. Knight b3 and then some sort of sack here. I feel like maybe I should continue with my plan though. Takes, bishop takes here. Check. King here, and yeah, that is not a good sacrifice. It's not a good sacrifice, so I'm going to go here. Okay, knight b3. Clearly he's sacking here. So when you sack, be my guest. Yeah, go ahead and sack. I want to see it. Sacrifice. Is he going to do it? I mean, he might have wanted to go rook b5 there to like even more pressure this. I would have been more scared of rook b5, to be honest, but I probably could go a6. The problem with a6 is I do create some weaknesses. Okay, so he does sack. Okay, so we always probably take the sack. Takes here is my main line right now. This is kind of loose. Oh, is he going to go king d6? I could go king d7, actually. Okay. And he also gave me some extra options. After knight takes, I can go like queen f6. Takes here. Takes here. Queen here. So yeah, let's take here. That's probably the obvious first move. Is d6 going to come? Takes. And I don't know. Castling kingside seems risky. I could have taken with the knight, honestly. Actually, no, I couldn't have, because that's my whole idea, is to, after knight takes, go queen f6. Okay, so he does go for d6. I literally have to take that if I don't want to be losing. So rook d1. Now king c6 looks very natural. Here looks natural as well. He's gonna go knight takes c5. And I can't take with the knight. I would love to go takes knight c6, but queen d6 would be mate there. So king c6 is my other option. King c7 here. I would love to go knight c6, but then knight e6. So king c7 here. I have to go queen f6. In which case I think he has nothing. I do believe he has nothing, but I could also go king c6, and I don't want to take too much time, actually, here, because I have been losing a lot of games on time recently. So here, yeah, king c7 looks solid enough. And then queen f6, or actually rook h6, to be honest. Rook h6 to travel the rook, to transfer the rook like this. To defense, I think that's actually even better. And I'm going to go rook h6. I also cover this e6 check move, and yeah, I actually just saw this rook h6 move. It looks very nice, actually. And next I want to take here and go here. And at that point, I think my position should be winning. But we are going to see. Yeah, rook h6 is very nice, honestly. Covering e6 check and bringing another piece into defense here against his sack. But yeah, clearly my opponent's sack, I think pretty clearly was not the right idea. But yeah, it's a very difficult position to play. Like, you feel as white you need to do something, but really there's nothing that effective that you can do. Okay, my opponent goes for this. I mean, immediately. This is begging to be played. Yeah, g3 is literally screaming to be played. Takes. Is he wanting to go at like f4? There's no way. I could even take with the queen, worst case scenario. So, yeah, let's go g3. I'm expecting here. Yeah, okay. Knight takes c5 or rook c6. Rook c6 seems more solid to me. And then I could, of course, threaten all the sacks. I could also just like completely lock down the position and then just win in the endgame. Those are two options I have, like takes rook c6 after, followed by like bishop e6, maybe even target the weakness. Maybe just knight c6. Actually, I want to go fast now. Let's go for takes and then rook c6. And yeah, now I'm just going to go a lot faster, actually. I just realized maybe he has like queen b4 and c5. I really do not want to allow c5. Yeah, that was actually bad by me. I should not have allowed c5. Yeah, he's going to go c5 now. Maybe I can go b6 to prevent it. Let's go b6. The idea is to prevent c5. I could have gone knight g6 to go like queen e7. That was also possible. Yeah, I feel like I misplayed this. I actually don't like the way I played this. Knight g6, queen e7 though. Should be... Yeah, I should have gone here immediately to meet c5 with queen e7. I'm making really bad moves now. Maybe... He shouldn't be able to do anything, but... Yeah, this was not good by me, clearly. Yeah, this is like the simplest defense possible. And yeah, clearly there I'm winning. Okay, let's go knight g6. After rook d1, there is no threat, so I should be fine. He's gonna go. Is he gonna go rook a1? This knight was not really doing anything either. c5, I can go here. Takes. Actually, my king is kind of open. Here, rook c6. Queen d5 I would have here. I don't know. I clearly messed this up. I clearly did not play this well, but I think it should be good enough here. He doesn't have rook d6 I have here. There's no way to infiltrate unless he goes rook d8, in which case after bishop e7 I'm fine. So yeah, we'll see what he does. Okay, he goes there. Okay, let's give this check. And takes here is probably simplest. Could he go rook takes, rook d6, check, king c7? Yeah, there's nothing like that. Fortunately for me, after takes, rook d7, rook d8, rook b8, or even here, because I can't go bishop e7 because he has here, or can I? Because then I have rook b8. So yeah, let's just take here. I'm just making 100% sure I'm not blundering anything, because he has rook d5 after. But yeah, queen c5 should be simple enough. Queen c5 followed by queen e7. And yeah, here now it's just about going fast. My opponent is going to try to flag me, and rightfully so, obviously, because, you know, I did pick this time control, but hopefully I don't get flagged. Next, bishop e6. I mean, yeah, his position, I'm up a piece. He has absolutely no compensation here. And yeah, should be a pretty simple win. We'll see what he does here. I'm, again, lower on time, which I hate being to do this. I really need to get better at time management. I think that playing these rapid games has taught me that I make decisions way too slow. If he goes here, I should probably sack it for it. But that kind of creates some complications, which I don't know if I need to do. Okay, so this one I just want to take it. Yeah, I just want to take that. If rook d6, I'm just going to take it, I think. I think at that point, I should just definitely take it. And go here. There's no checks even. My position is completely solid, and I'm probably going to mop up the pawns. So, yeah, we'll see if my opponent, which one happens first. Either my opponent resigns here soonish, or I'm going to get a winning advantage. He could go queen a5, which I guess would be kind of interesting. Not really, but okay, he's threatening this in the future. Let's go for here. Bishop e6. There is nothing to do here. And I'm sort of asking him to take here, because again, there's no infiltration points. I have to make sure of that. And this pawn on c3 is doing me a very big favor. Okay, he goes there. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Probably just rook c6, offer the trade. Rook c6 looks solid. I just got to be making sure every move that I'm not getting mated. Yeah, let's go rook c6. I assume rook d3 or something. Then maybe knight d7. Okay, rook takes. This is just desperation. I don't know what this is. He's getting rid of a piece near my king. That is true, but okay. I'm going to go rook da now. Trade the pair of rooks. Queen c5. Here, no checks allowed. Rook d4. And yeah, there's literally no way he's getting into the position, and his position is completely lost, obviously. I'm allowing no counterplay here, which is good. Now here. Again, now I'm going here instantly. I'm not letting his guy get in. Next, maybe queen b4 and going here. Queen b4, offering the trade of queens, and going rook d2. It's all about allowing no counterplay here. And there goes the piece, the second piece. And with it should probably be resignation. I assume he's going to resign on this move, but we will see. Okay, queen c3, he plays on. Now I'm threatening mate. Now let's just go with this up forward. Let's take here. He can't take because it's mate. He's in stalemate. He's almost in stalemate, actually. I have to be careful not to stalemate him here. So he didn't resign, which is honestly a little bit surprising. Usually people at this elo resign. But that just means that we have to checkmate him. And we got to not make any mistakes while doing that. So now just bring up the other pawn, probably up the board. He still has moves with both his pieces. Let's go here. Just defending. Let's go king b6, and next just bring the pawn up the board. He's going to give this check. I almost guarantee it. Because if you're going to lose, you might as well give a check. And okay, finally he resigns. So obviously that was due quite a long time ago. So let's just go over this game. I think it was an interesting game after e5. Here, this is, yeah, what we often see. I often see that players do this sort of, they're not really doing anything. They don't know what to do. They're just developing. Now, I guess what the engine recommends is to move bishop d3, which fights against f5. And I guess that makes a lot more sense. But after here, queen e7. Oh, apparently here I should go f5. Okay, I was worried about this, and then bishop h5. Okay, king d7. The engine's just a cold, hard killer. Like, clearly a human doesn't like this, but the engine says it's quite good. And after knight f3, queen e7, king d8. Yeah, I know this idea. Okay, so here queen d7 was played. My opponent goes to move knight f3, and here, yeah, I should go for this immediately. I was worried about takes, and bishop g5. Okay, here, queen g7. Okay, I guess this should be fine for me. Actually, no, I was also worried about this move. Here, bishop h5, king f8. Oh, knight e7, I missed that I had rook h7. Ah, yeah. Yeah, this is what I missed. Okay, but after knight d7, bishop g5 here. The engine again says f5. What did I calculate here? I calculated this. And I didn't like my position, so clearly here, bishop h5, king f8. Knight takes h5. Ah, the knight's getting trapped. Oh, this I also missed. I also didn't even consider that. I was only thinking about this here, and here I thought, oh my god. I was thinking about queen h6. That's funny. Yeah, that's obviously clearly not a move. And yeah, next I'm going to go like bishop d7. For example, if he castles queenside, yeah. Here I'm clearly winning with f5, yeah. So yeah, I missed that. I went king d8, which is, again, look at the engine's evaluation at king d8. Isn't that cool? That you can just play this move like king d8 and you're better. Like, this is new age chess. Basically, his structure is ruined. I'm going by my game plan. My game plan is put all my pawns on dark squares, trade away the dark square bishop. So yeah, clearly this plan worked. a5, queen g7 is a mistake. Again, f5, yeah. Probably f5 here for a long time should have been the move. Always this on knight g5. Here's a knight d4 for a second. Yeah, that's how funny this position here is here. Knight d4 is actually a good move. Knight d4 is maintaining about around equality after takes and opening up the position. Clearly here I'm taking white every single time. My king's on c7, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Rook b1, knight e7. Yeah, clearly here I was too slow, but yeah, okay. If you're not playing this move knight d4, like, I don't think a lot of humans, I think personally I would play this move as white, because okay, we're eyeing some nice squares, and if he takes us, the compensation to me looks like really overwhelming. For example, after takes, I guess this could be one of the main lines, but yeah, here clearly we're absolutely annihilating them. I think it's clear. All the squares are weak. My king's weak. I'm down on development. I can't move my pieces. Like, clearly here I'm dead lost. So after this f5, yeah, clearly here I think I was doing fine here. And my opponent went for this idea, which, okay, so it does work. Yeah, clearly I think he should have taken with this. And I think he should have just exchanged everything here. King d7 or king d8. Yeah, king d7 I was considering. And yeah, oh, bishop d1. I didn't even see that, and I have to run away. And okay, it gets really complicated, but clearly my opponent's idea of sacking was, this idea of sacking was also good. But yeah, d6 just did not work, so knight takes c5. And here, yeah, I get the extra option of rook h6. I saw this in a second, and yeah, rook h6 best move. Queen f6 is also good, but yeah, rook f6 bring another defender in. This was all fine. I don't really like the way I played this. Yeah, I think rook knight c6 makes a lot more sense. Following up by queen e7 and rook d6, and I'm trading pieces. I should be winning easily. Here, I don't like the way I did this. And okay, it turned out to be fine. And I allowed no counterplay. And yeah, okay, so good game. Yeah, engine says 26 cent upon, 94% accuracy. And my opponent says 89% accuracy. So yeah, I think this game was generally an example of what you do when you trade off your dark squared bishop, put all your pawns on dark squares. And yeah, it doesn't really matter in a closed position, because like that my king moved around because of the fact that the position is closed. There's no way to immediately break it up, and you have to go for these really, really weird engine sacks to try and break the position up. So yeah, that's the end of today's video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.